Hi.
Hey. Sorry, Neil Gaiman posted something very out of context on Blue Sky. I was like, the fuck? Like, somebody said, explain it 3 times and add a K sound. And he was like, yes, comedic gold. And I was like, oh, I'm just trying to post that we're live.
Oh, Tom Holland got hacked like a week ago.
Oh.
Like Tom Holland's official, I think it was Twitter got hacked. I think it was his. And it was just like, what the fuck is going on? Because I still have post notifications on him from when I was like 14 or 15 and slightly obsessed. So I was like, oh, I don't need this to be blowing up my phone right now. But it's fine.
It's fine. It's fine.
I stand by younger me's taste. Oh, I had my tennis class today because I'm in a tennis class at school for like half a credit. And if people don't know, Zendaya is in a new movie called Challengers about tennis.
It is about tennis.
It is about tennis.
Apparently.
And
I'm gonna hydrate.
Let me tell me who there were. Like, there's 3 people, like one girl, 2 guys, and at first I thought it was a love triangle. I was like, oh, I don't want to watch it. But then in one of the trailers, it looks like it was polyamorous instead, and then it also might look like it's just the guy. I don't know, but now I want to watch it.
Let me tell you,
I've heard whispers about it being poly too.
I've only seen one trailer.
Yeah.
And this is literally all I know, or all I knew about the movie. As I'm sitting here trying to watch YouTube videos on my TV, this same fucking trailer kept playing of where it's like Zendaya's at a party, and then she's all like, do you want me to tuck you guys in? And then like it shows they're all sitting on a bed, completely different outfit. And then they start necking her, but then like she gets up and she's like, good night, boys. And then she walks out. And that's all I know.
Like,
and then like
they gonna fuck?
that, and it was like called Challengers, and I'm like, is it a sports thing? I don't know, but that's all. That's the only thing the trailer shows. And then Chris goes, oh, is that Zendaya's tennis movie? And I'm like, fuck if I know. Ain't nothing about tennis in the trailer.
Yeah. At my tennis class, everyone was talking about it, but no one would tell me if it's poly or a love triangle, which makes me think it's poly. If they let me believe it goes poly, or even just the guys end up together, and then it ends up being like a straight love triangle, I'm gonna be so disappointed.
She's like, from how Chris described it, I don't know if it's a romance or if she's fucking with them.
I think it's
not in a way they're gonna like.
It did not look healthy. She's also like their coach, and she's kind of mean, but like in a hot way. But I think it's just hot because it's Zendaya. Anyways,
I mean, the only trailer I've seen for it is her like. So I think it has clips of the scene that stands, but goes really fast and like really fast shots of a party. But then there's one moment where she like turns to a guy and she is basically like, "Oh, I don't need love." Like she says it more subtly and smoothly like that, but she did like, fuck love," and then the rest, and then this challenge, and so I was like, I don't know what this movie is about either.
My theory for the movie, what I think it's about, is Zendaya is like a really good tennis player, and then she hurts her ankle. Then she becomes a tennis coach for these 2 guys who are going against each other, and they both want her as a coach. I've been rewatching Yuri on Ice, so it's also giving except like sexual tension and not one of them being an actual child.
All I know is like the trailer. It's like it was trying to be like sexy and sensual, but also had like classic thriller vibes. So I was just like, is she gonna murder them? And then Chris is like her tennis movie, and I'm like that. I had like 4 different genre guesses for that movie. Sports was not one of them.
I mean, the trailers are getting people talking. Apparently, the movie's really worth it, like really good. I'm like, oh, am I gonna go to the theater? I haven't been to the theater in a while. What's wrong, Tina?
I'm reading the summary, and it says
the summary or like
no, like the summary on Google.
Okay.
From IMDb, I presume. I don't know. The summary from somewhere. It says Tashi, a tennis player turned coach, has transformed her husband from a mediocre player into a world-famous Grand Slam champion. And I'm like, excuse me? I was under the impression that she was like supposed to be played as like young, probably because of Euphoria. I'm like, I guess one of those boys is her husband.
I mean, Zendaya's like 27, I think.
Yeah, I'm just used to her being in things where she plays a teen, like in Euphoria, where all the teens look 26. So
her and Tom Holland are the same age, and I know his age.
Oh. Yeah,
it's so cute, CB.
It's not. I was a little obsessed.
So I guess one of the men is her husband, and the other one is her husband's former best friend and her ex-boyfriend.
Damn.
Oh,
so this was already a love triangle.
Quite the history.
But yeah, apparently no, she's not a tennis player at all. Her husband is the tennis player, and she's just an amazing tennis coach.
The summary does say tennis player turned coach. So she did it at one point.
My bad.
There's a clip in the trailer of her breaking her fucking ankle on a tennis court while playing.
We've all seen completely different trailers.
Yeah.
Marketing.
None of us have seen the same, maybe. I don't know.
Or maybe we did, we just forgot. But
us forgetting something? Never.
I would have remembered if there was sports involved. Yeah, Chris says she gets hurt in the movie.
Did you like the movie, Chris? Did you go out to watch the movie?
Did you see
No,
it?
he hasn't seen the movie. He just knows about the movie. Like I said, when he sat down, he heard part of the trailer and he was like, oh, is that Zendaya's new tennis movie? He knew what the trailer was. And then I had to ask him because I was like, I haven't seen anything about tennis in this trailer, so maybe. She did look like she was wearing a tennis skirt, I guess. So.
I do not own a tennis skirt for my tennis class. Well, the first day was above like 50. I
was gonna say, most of your tennis class has been in the winter.
Yeah, but now we only have 2 classes left. And I'm like, is that fuck? Yeah. What? I can't play tennis. We played doubles today. I got it over the net like once. So glad we've had this semester.
That's why it's half a credit.
It was half a semester worth of tennis. I can't play tennis. I don't have hand-eye coordination. At all.
Well, I mean, as long as you're having fun.
Yeah.
You get participation marks at least.
Yeah. My partner left today, like the person I was paired up with. So I was playing like doubles with the coach of the class on my team. And every time I missed, I was like, fuck, or whatever. And he was like, it's okay. And I'm like, don't know. This is an instinctual. I'm not looking down on myself because of my tennis skills. I literally just, my instinct of missing is to go, fuck. Or like, damn it. Or something like that. And he was like, it's okay. Like, don't stress about it. And I'm like, I'm not. I'm fine. You're
but other things.
Yeah. It's like, this is not my my sport. But my mom is really excited for me to learn tennis. And I'm pretty sure she'll want to play tennis over the summer. But I can't play tennis. But it's fine. It'll be a fun bonding activity. Yes. Are we going to do intros now? Or are we just going to...
No, well, we will do the intros. Sorry, I had messaged Fox earlier. And I had been like, should I just take May off? Just say, fuck it, see y'all in June. But I forgot that I messaged him that because I was just being tired, lazy, and dramatic. And he goes, explain yourself, because without context, this seems like the words of someone spiraling. And like I said, I forgot I messaged that. So I was sitting here trying to figure out what I said on stream.
Oh, why am I spiraling?
And I'm like, wait, why am I spiraling? And then I was like, oh, no, I was just being a drama. It's fine. But yes.
I just got a notification for our May plans.
Twitter was ablaze with the first trailer dropped like 6 months ago, and I learned more than I wanted.
I remember I saw like the notifications for it, or like that Zendaya was doing a tennis movie, and I was like, oh, not really my thing. Okay. because I thought it was going to be a love triangle, and I don't like those because they make me sad.
I was reminded today that reverse harem genre, one, is a term that we should not use because
why choose
harem?
Right?
Yes, it's called why choose, and I'm like, how could I have ever forgotten that was the genre title? So I was tickled and upset at myself.
Oh, you just forgot what why choose was?
I didn't forget what it was. I forgot what it was called. Because look, in the anime sphere, they just call it harem and reverse harem. They like, that's just it. But like, I know that in bookdom, we're trying not to do that because of concerns for the fact that what a harem is not what a lot of people associate those words for. So that doesn't actually apply to the genres. So why choose is a much better phrase for that niche. And I just forgot that. But I was watching a book review and with Reads with Rachel, and she was like, and this is a why choose book. And I'm like, it's a, oh.
What does that mean? Oh, wait, I know what that means.
Yeah. All right, but Tina, go ahead. Introduce thyself.
Okay.
Is it raining? It is. Sorry, go on.
I'm Tina, aka Cabby. I make queer art and comics. My links are now down below. I have a ongoing series about a lesbian vampire and her human girlfriend that updates sporadically, has not in a while. I have a complete comic called The Deep, where two deep sea mermaids discuss job satisfaction, and my current project updates every other Saturday, which will be this upcoming Saturday. It's a gay secret admirer romance and mystery called One Mystery Treat. And yeah, all my links are down below. I just updated my my website too, so everything is easy to reach. But yeah, that's me. And all of my stuff you can read for free online. Oh, and importantly, I have 2 bunnies.
2
bunnies.
Go read the comics. They're good. I now remember what day One Mystery Treat updates on because I always look for it. And then I disappoint myself because every other week it's not there. And then I remember.
I think I gotta start doing little like heads up on the Sam's realm. Oh, additional thing.
Not this week, Sam.
Yeah, I'll just tag you specifically. The additional thing I do in the Sam's realm is I post a question of the day on weekdays, and then on the weekend you can. I usually ask a bigger question. I don't know if we want to do after the intros. I will read out the maybe one of the questions of the day, either today's question or a previous one. But yeah.
Whichever
so if you join the Sam's
that.
realm, you can also catch my questions.
If you want, you can DM it to me, and I'll put like copy paste it into a little banner. Then when you read it out, it can just stay on the bottom. Yeah.
Hi. I'm C.B. Ferrenz, queer fantasy writer and screenwriting major. I'm currently in my second to last semester of college. Woo! And I appear here on Sam's channel regularly, mostly on Mondays as well as Wednesdays, where Sam and I switch off hosting with Wednesday, where we work on our works in progress. For me, that for only the next 2 weeks will be my script for class, and after that I will go back to working on my gay dragon novel. Yeah. Ta-da.
Let me.
Sorry, I was checking. I was like, do you get to work on your gay dragon novel next month? Yes, we've got 2 Wednesdays before the 29th, so you will get 2 weeks to work on your dragon. I don't care. I'm writing on Samantha L. Nassett. This is my channel where I talk about writer things, parent things, and writer-parent things. You can join the realm at my Coffee Cookie Ko-Fi down below for $1 a month. You get to see Tina's questions of the day, most weekdays. She's pretty good at keeping up with it.
Unless something happens.
That's what I am saying. I'm leaving the asterisk for, you know.
And occasionally something will happen and it becomes a question. Like that time I got sick.
Yeah. And you can follow me at all of the places down below where I post things. At the moment, mostly just when we're going live and stuff. And, you know, I have more ideas for things that I'm going to do. So make sure you're subscribed to the newsletter to be told about that before anybody else. And I'm in a perpetual state of survival right now. I just can't catch a break. But, you know, we are hoping that by June, everything will be balanced and evened out, and then we'll be good again. Which last year, that happened. So maybe I just have to accept that the first half of the year, every year, will be me rebalancing shit. Chris has said he has 9 bunnies. I do not know where he is keeping them.
The thing is that I was discussing with a friend recently, and if I became a millionaire, I would want 6.
Cat? I was thinking too.
Because, like, anything above 6 is too much. But 6...
Above?
Yeah, anything above 6, too many bunnies. 6 bunnies, though, I could manage. And it would be adorable to have 3 couples.
Okay.
But this isn't the hypothetical where I live in a big-ass house and they have their own, like, catio situation.
In the Grandmaster of Demonic Cultivation, one of them gets the other one bunnies, and he keeps them, and then, like, 15 years later, there's an entire field of bunnies, because there's so many bunnies, because no one was allowed to kill them, because they all descended from the 2 bunnies that the one dude gave the other dude.
Oh.
Just still gotta read it, because of the bunnies.
I do know where his bunnies are now. They're not the same kind of bunnies, though.
No. I prefer Tina's bunnies.
Yeah, no, C.B. has.
I have met the bunnies.
Hi. She's met many. She's met Tina's 2 bunnies and some of Chris's bunnies, but not all of them because he got more bunnies since you last visited.
That's okay.
He's also remodeled. He's remodeled those shelves like 8 times just within the past couple months. So.
Come up here. Oh. She's just sitting there, like, staring intently at me. Come on.
Okay, so, peoples, what will you be working on today? And, like, tell me about what you're reading. Because today, I'm going to do some admin things. And then I need to buckle down and read this book. Which, whoever designed this cover hates me in particular.
Into the crooked place.
Yes.
Can you take that cover off, or no, it's a library book?
No, it's library. But yeah. It's blank on it.
Ah. I was like, I don't see anything. It being blank would explain that.
But today also, you can kind of see the letters like when they reflect the light, but when you're like looking at it, these are really light blue letters on a medium purple background, and the font is thin. I'm like, it is a good thing I don't read summaries, because there's no way in hell I could read this summary. So I'm very mad at the designers. The actual book is pretty fun so far, though. There's like there's a little bit of street magic and a lot of street trickery going upon things. So
I should probably work on my room some, which I've been doing like all day, but currently it's not like operable for me to go to sleep, so should probably do something about that before I get too tired to do anything. And then I don't know what I'll be doing. Probably should be doing some edits on the Sapphic Face script so I can send out the second half to my couple of beta readers.
I am gonna hopefully work on the one mystery treat page that's gonna go up on Saturday, but mostly I'm gonna make a batch of pasta for the week.
I can't use it on stream.
Nice.
Unless you give me a USB
with some
thingy.
meatballs. I set up the pot. I poured my water. I set out my my ingredients, except for the frozen meatballs. Those are still in the freezer. But yeah, the plan is to pasta it up. But I say during the sprints, but it'll also be during the stream itself.
I have a question because I forgot, even though we talked about this when I was at your house. How do you pronounce the word that is a type of wrap?
Gyro?
Yeah, that one.
The what?
The Greek wrap.
Gyro.
G-Y-R.
She wants to know how to say gyro.
Yeah.
Your accent always comes out so strong.
I know, but hey, my R's are not being rolled. You know how fucking hard I worked at that?
It's so hard. So much.
So how do you
can't wait. Gyro.
Okay.
Yeah, gyro.
Because we serve them at work, and they call them a Greek gyro. Every time someone
get me a gyro.
That's not how you're supposed to say it.
The thing is that like technically in English it would be gyro because it's also like the word means to spin because the meat spins on the thing, right? And it's the same word that we use for gyroscope, you know, like the spin. Yeah, Euroscope would make more sense. It's a thing of just the English translation of the letters that are the ye sound. It's like, that one looks like an English G. That one looks like an English Y. So it must be Jai. And it's like that. No, it's not, because there's a lot of messing around with that, where like when the English were like translating Greek, they were like, this letter looks like a letter we have, so it must be pronounced like our letter.
That's when people try and read my tattoo, because it's a made-up Greek word, but they are Greek letters. People will be like Anna and then give up, Anaka, and then they'll get to the delta.
Wait, did you get this tattoo after we met? I don't think I saw it.
I've just had this tattoo for a couple years.
We totally hung out. Maybe because we had long sleeves on because it was cold out.
We did have long sleeves on. It's the name of Percy Jackson's sword, an Anaclysmos. Riptide, which according to the internet is not a real Greek word, and Rick Jordan just made it up. So there isn't a set spelling of what it should actually be spelled. So I kind of low-key guess.
I can consult my dad. I don't have my phone on me. I guess I'll have to message him through my computer. But
I can send you a picture of mine.
Yeah, fully send me a picture of your tattoo to send to my dad.
We go back.
Just be like,
we go back to Tyler and we're like, hey, so there was a typo. Could you
Okay, so I looked it up. I did some research, and basically before I got the tattoo, obviously. And they're like, yeah, it's not a word, but it was like a combination of two words, and then on one of the official art, this is the way he wrote it in Greek, but in other official art, it's just written in the English lettering for some reason, but in like spells out Anaclysmos like phonetically instead of how it would be supposedly spelled in Greek, like the Greek alphabet. I don't know. So I might have a misspelling on my arm, which would be really funny if it is a made-up word. A misspelling of a made-up word, I think, would be funny. But if it is right, that'd be cool. I don't really care.
No egrets.
I'm fully gonna ask my dad. I have it sent as, hey dad, what does my friend's tattoo mean? Just so that we get
nothing.
We get the best response possible.
That is gibberish.
This guy was showing me his Triforce tattoo at a convention.
Yeah.
And he was all like, yeah, so this is the kanji for like courage. And I'm like, I know. And he's like, yeah, and that one's power and wisdom. He's like, this is a one-of-a-kind tattoo. And I'm sitting here like, sir, I know those kanji because I have seen that design since I was 12. I highly doubt You are the only person in the world with a Triforce tattoo with the kanji for courage, power, and wisdom.
It is a thing, though, of technically all tattoos are one-of-a-kind tattoos.
Fair, but
that's how tattoos/art works. But
I hadn't seen anyone with my tattoo as me before I got it, but because the show coming out, like people who were kids when Percy Jackson came out are now adults. They can get tattoos, and so I have seen a couple different Riptide tattoos, and I'm like, fuck yeah, let's go! Not the exact same as mine, which I'm like, I don't care if someone gets the exact same. I mean, it'd be kind of weird, but it's also just a word. There's nothing like. It's the word in the font from the book covers, so it's whatever if someone gets the exact same thing. Great minds and all that, but yeah.
Well, it's like the thing is, like Tina said, technically, once a tattoo is put upon your skin, it is one of a kind. But like,
I mean, every art piece is one of a kind because.
I made this art piece
the reproduction of that piece
on my laptop, and then I sent it to the artist. By that, I mean I adapted the font into the Greek letters.
But it's also like The Legend of Zelda is a Japanese video game. Courage, wisdom, and power are what the pieces of the Triforce stand for. And like, literally when I saw his arm, I was just like, oh yeah, I've seen that art before.
Yeah.
So just like he was very, very much trying to impress me with his one-of-a-kind Zelda tattoo, and I'm like, sir.
As I said,
if I was not working,
one-of-a-kind.
The Galaxy Brain is not Galaxy.
Not original in concept. But yeah, and also just the whole thing of being like, oh, I have a one-of-a-kind thing that's impressive to someone who like doesn't care is like the.
I have a Triforce tattoo. It's got my children's zodiac in it,
which is
it's like thank you.
I don't have a Triforce tattoo.
Well, you should fix that. I'm hoping to get close to finishing this targeted revision of my whip. Nice.
Yeah, you got this.
My 2-month-old is currently asleep, so I'm trying to work on my paranormal romance before she wakes up again. You can do it. Not sure if I will quite finish this revision today or not, though. That's fair. Sorry, I'm eating my dinner.
My family wants to get the little forest spirits from Spirited Away, or it's one of the ideas. We've talked about getting a family tattoo before we all get a matching on like a theme. We've talked about each getting different little forest spirits from Spirited Away. And I thought if I get that, I'll probably get a Kurok as well with it because it'd be cute, like just the two of them hanging out. But
Artemis, I'm sure the people love your tail.
Wouldn't you love to have a well-behaved cat like I do? Storm, come over here. Right here. I don't want to like, show off my messy room.
Who are you talking about? My cat's very well behaved. She's not stepping on my keyboard.
I mean,
she just wants this fry.
Yeah, I don't have a cup of milk, lactose-free milk here, so Storm is not hunting it.
You want the fry?
She hunted my chocolate milk last stream, though, I think. Oh, I'm gonna make chocolate milk.
Good girl. Now you can have the fry. There you go.
Taylor Swift's playing in my head, and I'm not unhappy about it.
Is the fry too long, girl?
It makes it hard to concentrate on words.
Yeah. Artemis was trying so hard not to hit the keyboard with the fry, but the fry was like just long enough that it kept hitting the L button. She was so upset.
She's working on her masterpiece.
She is.
Her brain. Also, Fox, it was a couple years ago by the definition of the word, because I got this tattoo when I was 19 in the summer. It's about to be the summer again, and I'm 21. So yeah. Be like 2 years.
He takes time flowing about as well as Chris takes the children aging.
I know, it's really funny. Let's see, can I get better? measure of when I got my tattoo.
You got it in July of 2022.
Yeah, then
if that helps you with your searching.
I don't need them. That's what I was going to figure out. I'm like, I don't remember what month I visited you in. Okay, so less than
completely coincidentally, the first 4FA was in July of 2020.
Ah, yeah, complete coincidence. I'm still annoyed the fact that both of them regained their composure by the time I got back to my computer. I didn't see any reaction. And I'm like, I
was like, no, if you got the playback, they emoted.
Yeah.
They're just both really good at improv.
Assholes. My hair's like, I don't know why it's doing this. It looks like I put it in like a curler or something, but I didn't. I had my hair like a ponytail all day. And a braid.
Oh, Tina, what part of the process are you for that page? Are you... I have forgotten all technical words for arting.
So please guess. I want to hear your guesses.
Oh God.
Sketching.
I would like... Hold on. I would like to have the disclaimer. I normally know arting technical terms very well. Okay, there's the bubbling with the sketches. Is that the sketching? Paneling.
Coloring.
Paneling.
Lining.
Thumbnailing. That's what I was thinking. The bubbles with the sketches. Thumbnailing. And there's paneling.
I thought when you were saying bubble, you were being like word bubbles, and I was I guess I can call it bubbling.
Nope, I wasn't that far yet.
What are you talking about?
The bubbling thumbnailing. It's when you sketch out the thumbnails. It's like part of paneling, right? Where they're planning out the thumbnails for the panels, so they know where the peoples are gonna go. A lot of artists do it. Yeah, but a lot of artists
does.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. You go, and then I'll sub.
Yeah. So. It's like outlining. Not everybody does it, but it does. Like for those who do it, generally it's a much smaller version of the page as a whole. But they put the panel like shapes and sizes, and inside that little sketches of like general character poses and stuff. And so that's like the first step to planning out how the scenes are gonna flow.
Wouldn't that be storyboarding?
So
that is what it is called in film.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's a thing of like in illustration, it's called thumbnailing. In film, it's called storyboarding. And depending on the comic artist and their background, you get either or referred to.
I've heard it referred to as storyboarding, and of course I'm more familiar with that term because of film.
Again, it's normally I know both of these. Why am I
thinking of your planning?
Damn, I want fries now. I had chicken nuggets.
Let me see here.
But I don't want fries.
I'm trying to find a page that doesn't potentially have spoilies in it. Okay, this is actually one of Sam's favorites. I'll send it to you later, Sam. But I don't know if we're going to be able to see with like the light exposure and stuff. I'll turn down my brightness. Okay. Let's light. Let me see if you can see. But
vaguely.
You see how there's like on this side there's like the panels, and then you can see my writing here. Right?
Yes.
That's what my thumbnails look like. Especially with it being the new format of the webtoon. I've been doing it that way, and I actually saw it was a thing of an artist that I very much admire. Because I used to do just where it would be like the block of the page, and it would be like block, and then like the text underneath, and they would be like a grid. And then I noticed that what she does is actually she puts the panel, and then she puts all of the dialogue beside it on lined paper. And so when I was planning out One Mr. Treat, I was like, that makes a lot more sense, because I would frequently have where like the grid would get lower and lower down as there was more dialogue in between, or dialogue would be written like on the sides and things. But yeah, now I have where it's just like that, and then I take that, throw it into my computer program, put the panels individually. But yeah, it's basically like outlining and writing, because the idea is that not only are you, sorting out like you're getting the very big picture of the page, right? Because you're getting the compositions of the individual panels, but also how the panels flow together, right? The pacing of it all. And I do frequently have where I will like change things between the thumbnails and the actual page. Like usually when I get to the paneling stage. Yeah. Because it's flexible, and it'll be a thing of like I've had where I've taken away panels, added panels. Actually, the current page I'm working on and the previous page, I did where I wasn't satisfied with where the page ended in my outline, and so I took the half of the next page and put it into the which made it a lot more panels, which I've done to myself again and again, a lot more panels. Although actually, I don't know if I did. I don't remember if I did it this time around. Let me double check that. I might actually be wrong. Because I know I did it for the last page, but I think this page is all. I also had a thing where there's actually an additional page in my book because I added like an entire scene that and it messed up my numbers of what page is what, which has been mildly annoying me. But
is there any way to fix it?
I mean, I just have to go in to these pages and just like erase what I have the number as and rewrite it, which would be mildly annoying, but would be fine.
I had to
number
my chapters on my outline once I decided to do a dual perspective, or like a couple things. I've had to do that quite a few times, and I've always been like, because it's tedious.
Oh yeah.
Should we go into the first sprint?
Yeah. I just finished my food.
And also to confirm, I did take the half of the previous page or next page and stick it onto this page to shoot them together again, because I love pain, I guess.
Nobody saw that.
My nail. Like my nail goes like this and then comes down, comes up again, and I don't know why. I'm not sure if it's just a few layers of it.
I forgot I made this.
Got taken off from like one of my fake nails. I don't know.
All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Go. And we're back. So, how did everybody do that sprint?
CB got replaced by a sleepy kitty. Look at it, it's so cute.
Storm, how did you do? A+ nap? Got you.
Storm did also do some cleaning of herself, self-care.
Oh, I see. We're here for it. I
had cleaning for her. I was cleaning the litter box. So I was in the other room. Hi. Yes. Did you enjoy being on stream?
2 of my children are going from 5th grade to 6th grade, so the school is all like, we want to do a slideshow. We need baby pictures and a recent picture. And I'm like, I got to go find things. So I made the children come in here to help me select baby photos that they were fine with being seen. Also, hello, Kelly. Welcome back. Got home and ate food. That's fair.
Yay.
Oh, I put away laundry and then put away my dry goods, groceries, which I didn't put away earlier because I was eating and then I was tired. And then I cleaned some more, and then I went to clean her litter box. You can see probably at the beginning of the sprint, her head going back and forth as she watches me walk back and forth across the room over and over again, doing things, and her just being amused by that as she lays here. So
that's fair.
And I made myself some chocolate milk.
Sweet. Checking on chat for me while I'm checking messages that have popped up over the course of the last week that I just was too migrained to check.
RP got 13 pages of that script and might be able to finish it. Are you editing or did you just write 13 pages?
He's doing a targeted revision. If he's still doing the same targeted revision he was Wednesday or Thursday, then he's working on expanding his magic system in the parts that need it.
Nice. Hi.
Hey, Google.
I'm glad you guys enjoyed the storm cam.
Yes, the storm cam was good.
I am so sorry for anyone who has a Google that I potentially just summoned.
I reflexively wanted to be like, yeah, what up? Then I'm like, my name's not Google.
Or is it? Dun, dun, dun. You're actually an Android based on a Google Pixel.
I think I mentioned ages ago on stream, because it happened the Sunday before our stream, that my dad just gave me a whole ass like fancy Google with the screen home list thing.
Kelly said that she should clean, but it was a long day, and if he'd say no, she walked a lot today. Then you don't have to, because it's late at night. I actually don't know what time it is for you, but I'm assuming it's late at night. I don't know.
This sounds so ominous. They're like, the 5th grade farewell will be, and I'm like, farewell, 5th graders.
You shall never return.
Enjoy your time.
Elementary school ends at 5th grade or 6th grade?
5th grade.
I graduated elementary school twice, because when I lived in Virginia, I was 5th grade and I graduated. Or no, I lived in Texas. It was in Virginia too, but in Texas it was 5th grade, and I moved up to Pennsylvania and it was 6th grade. I was very pissy about it at the time.
What was their middle school? Was it 7 and 9?
Nope, just 7, 8.
Yeah. Okay then. It's 7:15 for Kelly. Kelly's mountain time. I should clean, but it was a long day, and the feet say no.
I
walked today.
I read that one. I did it.
Oh.
I did my job.
I'm sorry. I'm doing mom things.
I have to make the decision if next spring I'm gonna go out to the car and get the 40-pound bag of litter.
I felt really bad about missing this message about the 5th grade farewell because apparently we need to get tickets. And I was like, no, how long has this message been here? 6 hours ago. 6 hours.
Good. I want to check. I got non-clumping litter because I didn't realize it was non-clumping litter. I'm pretty sure that means it doesn't clump, but I don't know what that entails.
Not good things.
Yeah.
So RP said, still working on the targeted revision. The thing is, I'm actually relatively confident in the last 20 pages because I was thinking about the magic system more actively, so that should be fine. That's how it goes sometimes. The earlier parts need a lot more work, and then you get to the parts when you're you were really into it and stuff. Mm-hmm. For me though, when that happens, I start to go, am I just missing things I could make better? Surely this can be improved somewhere. So I may actually get this revision done tonight. Nice. I told one of my friends a half hour before we went live, I was like, Bish, live in 34. He just responded and he goes, Bish, still working. And I'm like, Bish, just letting you know. You good there, CB? You look very puzzled.
No.
Oh no, that's going to be confusing. I have to choose a different color for the children's school things. I used the same color as I did for my writing workshop. That's not going to help me.
How dare you?
I know.
Now I have to go return that bag of litter. Not today, obviously. But I get more for her. I have a little bit left from my previous bag, so I put that in there.
CB, I use a very bright green for your quiz reminder on Friday.
And yet...
Hey!
That was totally on me.
I was grocery shopping.
I know.
I don't normally grocery shop
so many times throughout the evening.
I don't normally grocery shop on Fridays, but Chris wanted to he wanted to come home early on Friday and get the grocery shopping done, and so I was like, "Hey, we'll do it."
Yeah. For context for people, I have a quiz that's due at 11:59 every Friday night, which is awful for me. It's Friday. I'm not doing homework on Friday, but so consequently, and I'll have work, or I'll have the class that the quiz material is on. It's open book quiz. It's open internet quiz. We can just look up but I still have done so poorly on them because I keep forgetting about them. And so I'll have the quiz at 11 a.m. from 10 to 11, and then I'll have work from 12 to 4. And then I'll come home and relax after work and just forget about the quiz. All of work, I'll be like, okay, I'll go home and do my quiz. And then as soon as I get home, I'm like, la-di-da-di-da.
So I now have a reminder in my phone.
I have multiple reminders. And I'm so...
It was working for a couple weeks.
It was.
It just failed which is why I made a folly, and I was like, oh, I'll remember to tell her when I get in the car.
And for some reason, that quiz was 10 points. The rest of them were 5 or 7. This one was 10 points. I'm like, fuck.
That one was just a pain in the ass, is what that one was.
Yeah, and I got a 90 on the last test, and I was like, oh, that's bringing my grade up for the class. I have a B. But the quizzes are kicking me in the balls for this class.
Because it should be academically illegal for you to have a quiz on a day you don't have the class.
No, we do have the class. That's the thing. Because I can't do it like the day before it's due or anything like that because we haven't learned all the material yet. But she's like, you can do it throughout the week. So even if on the last day it's turned in without you like updating the knowledge from the last class, you'll still have 2/3 of it done. I'm like, yes, but also my brain does not work like that. Yeah.
I'm messaging my children's teachers real quick so that I do not forget, because I've been meaning to message them since Thursday to make sure they have everything they need for the field trips. While I do that,
ooh, field trips.
We have a question
of the day.
Yes, it's been on the ticker timer, but I'm going to make it a not ticker so it's easier to see. So yes, where did it go? Oh, there it is.
Are you
Someone should buy me a Squishmallow,
clear?
A big one. So you can hold it right here.
Okay.
I am gonna have to mute myself to summon the Google in a second.
Okay.
But
okay.
I know you heard me say your name.
I went to the school app and it's like, this teacher is away and may not reply until later. And I'm like, that's fine. Yeah. Okay. So the CB, please read Tina's question of the day.
All right. Also, question of the day is, what's your favorite reveal scene in your current project? Spoilers. I'm gonna say right now, I don't really know if it counts as a reveal scene, but I think it counts as a reveal because it's a reveal to the audience. And it was in the first set of pages, so we're good. It's when Rowan's caught in a fairy circle, a pixie's domain, and she almost falls off a cliff because her like senses are getting fucked with. And then I'm gonna do like totally like hand catches her, and then we do the pan up to like it be her love interest. I really enjoy that just because it's hot, honestly. And it low key is a She-Ra reference to Adora and Catra because they have a scene like that. I'm pretty sure one of them almost falls. The other one catches them. And that's like an audience reveal, a big reveal, or like a narrative reveal. I can only think of like the reveal, like the climax of the novel or of the movie, which I'm pretty sure I've talked about enough times that everyone knows what it is. But I know there's some beta readers.
Remind me, because
I know there's some beta readers. Hi. In the chat, so I don't forgotten. I don't want to remind them as they read it because I'm sure a few people don't know from their notes on the thing. So that reveal, the reveal that is the climax of movie 1. Hi, she's totally like camped out right here. Whoosh, is your belly full?
Oh,
my favorite.
I was muted this whole time.
My favorite reveal in Save Her Soul is Moxie's father, and I will not be providing more context.
Yeah, my idea was you don't have to, like, you can provide as little context as possible.
Yeah.
And
I'm really
counts, whether it's to the audience or to the characters.
Yeah.
No, that's fine. I'm just really, I don't even remember what it was. I was just watching something recently, and the reviewer was just like, they said something about how they felt about a scene, and then she goes, and I will be providing no further context to that. Thank you. And that's just stuck in my head now. So anytime I get the chance.
The reveal in Storm's Heir, not you, would be chapter 1, the reveal of that rides a motherfucking dragon, which is kind of the thing the entire like book is based on. Where first
I thought you were gonna be like, that Raya's a motherfucker, and I'm like, how dare you?
No!
I'm so offended for my baby. But no, it's fine. You may continue.
Is a dragon, which at first was going to be like an actual reveal, and then I realized, like, no, it is the foundation of the entire novel, of the entire plot. Is dragons attack his village, and he finds out he too is a dragon. So that would it's such a, like, if I was him, like, if that was my life, and I'm like, yeah, I'm a human, why wouldn't I be a human? There's no reason for me not to think I'm a human. And there aren't even, like, dwarves or elves or goblins in this world. And then all of a sudden, you are no longer human. You're a giant lizard that can breathe lightning or fire or poison gas or ice. He can't actually do all of those things. He can do one. But, like, that just dragons can do. And you can fly, which, I mean, benefits, but also it would just be a kind of a mindfuck moment. So I guess it's my favorite reveal. And I'm trying to do it justice within the plot. Because he also needs to, like, compartmentalize that shit real quick. Because he's still in the middle of a dragon attack. And, like, some of it's like, oh, how familiar would he be with his own body at that point? Would it be instinctive? Would it be, like, would he, like, throw off his own weight? Like, blah, blah, blah. So that was fun stuff to figure out. Also, something is on fire nearby. I'm smelling smoke. And I hope it's coming from the little courtyard between our buildings. That there's, like, a place for a campfire. And not want the building to be on fire, because we had fire drills this morning in all of the buildings. My building was first for some reason, so the fire alarm woke me up 40 minutes before my alarm was supposed to go off.
Oh, that's rough.
And I knew it was actually a fire drill because no college student is starting fires that late/early in the morning. If it was like 3 a.m., I'd be like, oh God, something's definitely on fire. Even if it was like 11 p.m., I'd be like, yeah, this could be a fire. 8 a.m., no one, slightly insulting, no, and irresponsible enough to start a fire is awake at that time, because the fire would most likely be caused by someone smoking. Or trying to cook while drunk, or something like that. Someone being dumb rather than a hazard within the school. But every time the fire alarm goes off, I have this moment of, like, is this real or not? Because if it's real, I need to scoop up the cat and just start running. My plan is to grab Storm, not put her in the carrier, because that would cause the whole ordeal of the carrier. It's up there. It's usually disassembled, though, throughout the apartment. Just scoop her up with one arm or with both arms, grab my keys, and go throw her in my car, which is in the parking lot. Not actually put her in my car, because it's not like I can, with other people with their cats, they can, like, hold them outside. No. She would fight me, and it would end in my blood spilling. And her probably dropping to the ground and freezing, because she doesn't know how to operate when she goes outside, which is really funny. But also I don't want to risk her running off.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I only have 2 weeks left, so hopefully no one burns down the building in the next 2 weeks. And I can stop obsessively stressing about this.
Jessica said the answer when I revealed in my outline that Khaleesi, god of light, and the god that offered Etaine's loved ones is Kaladin's father. Dun, dun, dun. Kaladin being the god of death and Etienne's lover at this point. I love a good parent reveal.
I can answer my own dang question, as I tend to do. So I feel like the obvious one for one mystery treat is the reveal of who the admirer is, because it does get revealed. Although I'm having fun. Ooh, I'm being summoned by meatballs. But yeah, I can continue from here. Although I think more of the fun of it is not the who, but the how. I feel like in every great mystery has that, where the interesting part is the events that transpired that led to the incident. I like how I say that, like, usually the incident is like a murder, but in this case, it's the main character receiving an anonymous food paid for.
You got a cozy mystery, so.
yeah, it's quite cozy. But yeah, no. And then for a false oracle, ooh, I think I have a couple of reveals, and one that isn't a spoiler is that we start the prologue off in one character, Kolu's perspective, right? And then in Act 2, prologue, and then in Act 1, we start off with a character we've never seen before at this point, right? And it's a thing of, like, I like how I've revealed how the main character is involved in that character's life. Like, how the main character sort of comes back around. Because this character, Rook, is a security guard at a gallery, and the main character has an exhibition at that gallery. Mm-hmm. And as I was writing it, I realized, I was like, Rook fully gets to see Akolu's very near nude / spicy gallery exhibition self-portraits. And I'm like, I love that for him. Because I have a scene written where he's looking, like, he sees the exhibition, but the picture's not put up yet, right? Some of them are and some of them aren't. And he does that classic, like, peek through, like, the canvases that are against the, like, leaning against the wall. And I'm like, that right there is when he sees main character's booty.
Nice.
Booty. Hey, you.
Someone just asked for coverage because their parents are coming up this weekend, and I was like, I said I would cover the ship. And one of my friends was like, she just texted me and she was like, aren't your parents coming up this weekend too? And I'm like, nah, they're just coming up on Sunday for a day trip, which is insane. It's a 4-hour drive, so they're driving up in the morning and driving home at night.
Sounds right.
8 hours, which is fucking crazy. But it's fine. Woo.
Back in the old days, my family would drive 10 hours to go somewhere sometimes.
And like, as the full trip, like, there's the reward for being here. They're gonna be here less than 4 hours, right? 8 hours. I don't know.
It depends on what we were doing.
Yeah. Fair.
And, like, where we were going. Like, if we want to go to, say like we went to that one zoo in Kentucky last year, and what we do is we, leave in the morning, and we spend time however long there everybody feels up to, and then we just head home. And, like, my family largely would rather just drive that night, save the money, and sleep in their own beds than spend the money to sleep somewhere else. Now, in your case, your parents could crash in your apartment, so
yeah.
But like I said,
family members to crash in my apartment, and no one has. Actually, I think my mom and my brother did once.
My parents also have a water bed, though, and my mother refuses to sleep anywhere that's not her water bed if she can avoid it. Okay. Which is how I know how much she deeply loves me when she spends the night with my children, so I can work a convention.
Yeah, honestly, I don't knock my family members for not wanting to spend a day or a night on the mattresses we have here. Like, I have a memory foam mattress topper on top of my mattress, because the mattresses here are not, I mean, they're a college dorm mattress. It's this thick.
Yeah.
Probably like 30 years old. It's fine.
Also, like, as far as you know, they're spending less than 8 hours with you, but you know, maybe they're gonna stop on the way up there, spend some time looking at stuff, or stop on the way. That's what my parents would do. They'd leave at like 6, 7 in the morning, get there whenever they get there, and then they'd leave, and like after their visit, they'd probably sightsee together. That old couple-y thing.
They want to go on a walk or a hike, a small hike. I'm like, okay, sure. My teacher just messaged me. 1 second, sorry.
You're good. I'm gonna call it to go into the next sprint so that I can call my grandmother and my mother before I forget.
Okay.
I'm desperately, like, I've got a task list that I should just write down, but I'm not.
Well, we have a channel for that in the server and everything. Or a thread.
I'll post in it this sprint. Alright, what do you count us down?
3, 2, 1.
Ah, dang it, we were so close to being in sync.
You were in sync on my end, so.
Oh, good.
Hey yo everyone. I am nothing if not eternally a child. How did everybody do that sprint? I love how we have Sam, Tina's living room, and Storm. We may have a crying Sam in a little bit, so we're going to hope that doesn't.
Why?
Because I am forever a child of a parent.
My brain decided to start attacking me because it's a little bitch. And I am extremely horrified by Fox's culinary endeavors. Because what the actual...
Let me tell you, you need any bread baking knowledge, that is your man to go to. Cookies, so-so.
Yeah.
But
I got fettuccine Alfredo. Well, I didn't get fettuccine Alfredo. I picked up Alfredo and chicken and some like mixed frozen veggies to eat at some point this week. But I haven't, I picked them up today, so obviously I haven't eaten them yet. So I'm kind of looking forward to that. I'll probably have it for dinner tomorrow. Actually, I get back from class late tomorrow. Ooh, and I get back from class late Wednesday and Thursday. Okay, so I will have it tomorrow probably. Seems like the most attainable option here. And it's only like 8 p.m. tomorrow, not right now. It's like 10 now.
Oh, yeah.
I am very tired for some reason. The fire alarm going off this morning. I really needed that extra 40 minutes. It was just a rough start to the day.
Those bastards.
I know.
Yeah, I find that, like, no matter how much sleep I do or don't get, it's how I wake up that determines the rest of the day. All right, I will attempt to explain.
You want to?
So, yeah, what happened? So I will be working a convention in May. Figured out it's the same weekend as the boys' farewell thing. That's not a problem. My boss is amazing. I called him and was like, hey, can I take a later flight? And he's like, yeah, that's set up. No problems there. Call my mom to, one, find out how many tickets I needed, because apparently you need tickets to reserve seats to the farewell thing.
Yeah.
And I was telling her that it was the same day as the convention. And she's like, well, did you figure out what you're going to do with the kids? And I was like, well, yeah, no, Chris and I talked about it, and we're going to talk to them, and we think that, like, as long as they're comfortable with it, you know, they can get themselves up for school in the morning. And she's all like, they are not that old. You can't just leave them there at 4 a.m. They would be home alone for less than 3 hours.
Yeah.
At like the wee hours of the morning when people are sleeping.
I got ready for school and went to school at that age. So, without my parents being home when they left for work.
Oh. I helped my sisters get ready for school when I was that age, and my sisters were, but either way, so my mom's going to spend the night that Thursday, but
yeah.
All my, like, at least 60% of my CPTSD, all my mom. So it just, she didn't even, like, really say it mean or anything so much as she was just like, she was a stressed out mom that now has to deal with her kid's bad decision. But then it makes me feel like
it's
not good. Yeah, like, I'm making a bad decision, and like she's actively judging it, and yeah. Oh, drama. I just finished a sprint. My husband came in here. He's like, "When are you starting a sprint?"
We should do. Do you want to do another one, or just
why not back to back?
Really?
No, I'd rather talk
Okay.
than, because if we start another sprint, I'll just sit with it, and then I really will be bawling.
What happened?
Well, I just did. My mama happened. That's what happened.
Oh my! I hate
She
these
she disapproves of our decision to talk to the children to see if they would be comfortable being home while I go work a convention. You know how even mild judgment from my mama hits me. You look so done right now. No, do you want the Whopper? There's a Whopper and 2 chicken nuggets. You can have them. Look, I ate my chicken nuggets and I did not have enough sauce for the last 2, but I didn't want to open up a whole new sauce. So I was just like, I'll deal with this later.
So they weren't worth eating?
I had already eaten the original chicken sandwich and all my fries and like 8 chicken nuggets. I thought I ate enough for the moment.
Those poor chicken nuggets.
Poor Rue just coming in at the tail end of that, just like Chris did. He's like, "What I miss?" But yeah, my plane ticket's been bought. It's for 3:30 p.m. So.
Okay.
So why did you want to know if I was in this place?
I wanted to tell you about something. It's uninformed.
Oh, okay.
Fucked me up.
Well,
and then I was gonna go to bed. So
okay, well, Tina C.B talked to chat, so Chris can tell me the thing he wanted to tell me.
Okay. What'd you get done?
Wait, don't tilt your camera up. Now we can't see Storm. Come on.
I see your priorities.
Look at her. Come on. The way she's sitting on your hand.
Yeah. This is my hand.
Oh, it just absorbed into the chunk.
This is her favorite, like, position. Look. My finger is over here. Oh!
Oh, she was not happy. You moved your finger. Oh,
wait.
She's just repositioning. Oh.
I'm in, like, the girth now. Yeah, my elbow can't bend like that, girl. Okay. Because it bends, like, it's enough far back where it's, like, twisting my shoulder slightly, but it's fine. I don't know why she thinks it's comfortable. My Apple Watch is in there too, so it's like, it's not like a flat surface or anything, but she does this all of the time. Like, I'll just be like laying in bed. She's recently, like, within the past like couple of weeks, like 2 weeks, started to, I'll be in bed like on my phone, like my arm out like this, like laying on the pillow, and she'll come over and sit in the curve of my arm between my arm and my face, which is great because I'll just like move my, like, I'll switch hands, like put the phone down here and then she'll stay there. Because I'll be laying on this arm. Yeah, I know, I'm sorry. I'll be laying on this arm and then she'll come and lay on top of this arm with the pillow on top of it because I have a whole setup.
Oh yeah, I'm the same way where there's like a whole configuration. But yeah, no, it's so cute. It must be like a warmth thing why they want to sit on your hand. Like either your hand is cooler than they are, so they want to cool off, or your hand is warmer, so they want to warm up. You know what I mean? It must be something temperature related.
I think it's a power move. Oh,
you got rejected.
I got my arm freed. Oh, now she's gonna sit and stare ominously at, I don't know, the fan. Here. You come back? I'll give you pets. I got it. rejection on that one. She is staring at the fan, which is set up in the window. And I think it confuses her. Oh, you're coming back? Investigated properly?
Oh my god, I can't go.
I'm sorry, you can't go.
Is she gonna?
No, yeah, I'm back. No, Chris is just, he's looking at all the parenting info messages I sent him that he'd been ignoring because there was a lot and he was playing Baldur's Gate.
I was going to say valid, but I was like, fair. Let's change that to fair. Relatable. I too ignore parenting information when I'm playing Baldur's Gate, but from the opposite perspective.
Oh, I am going to have to cancel my writing workshop on the 16th. I will be flying out to a convention.
I can run it just on my channel alone.
Do your own writer's workshop.
I just said that. Why did you say it like that?
And it's not Whip Wednesday, it's Sam's writing workshop.
Oh, right. There's too many W's. It's W.
Yeah, you use the W too much, I feel. We gotta use some more letters.
Work shift.
Yell at Fox.
I
don't
great.
Have Look, we couldn't figure out.
Fuck with it.
We couldn't figure out anything for Thursday. Nothing went good with Thursday.
Like office hours, I think would be fun. Right?
I don't know.
That's what
that makes me feel like a professor.
They get work done, and you can like come in and like pop in and ask for help.
Yeah, like.
I mean, I feel like that because you're critiquing, you're grading.
That's a pretty good point.
I feel like it makes me sound more professional. Like I'm not that credentialed.
You should put on like just a tie, like a tank top, and then wear a tie.
The only tie I shall ever wear is a bolo.
Okay, then wear a bolo tie with your tank top.
Oh, that'd be hilarious. Please wear a bolo tie and the cowboy hat for with no other context.
I think you're gonna say no other clothing, and I'm like, damn, Tina.
No. That's a stream from a different
that violates some YouTube guidelines. Just a little. Yes.
Insulting my culture there.
Well, I feel like if you're gonna go for the bolo tie, might as well go for the whole set.
Here.
With the hat too.
This way.
Well, yeah, but you were like, and with no other context, and I'm like, it has context. I would be wearing a dress. You can wear a bolo tie without because it's just, it is formal wear in the South as opposed to a tie-dye.
I wear a bolo tie, which is a decision.
I'm also still very emotional though, so just keep that in mind.
Oh, come on. That little leggy. So cute. She's really tolerant to having her belly touch.
Oh, she loves this. I'm not being sarcastic. She actively does like having her belly rubbed.
Oh.
See? I expected her to react to that. Apparently not.
She just
I'm trying to put my plain information in now.
She kind of looked like she was just having an existential crisis when you let go.
Hi.
Oh. I feel like she does just constantly have this face of being like, what am I doing with my life?
She's a great emotional support animal, although a lot of the time it feels like I'm emotionally supporting her. Look at the leg. Whee! Whee!
I would like everyone to know that my children now have access to How About, which is my scheduling app.
Yes.
And my youngest was looking through all of the plans because I just added her to the family group.
Yes.
And so she now sees all of the family group plans, and she saw that Tina was visiting, and she got very excited about Tina visiting.
Aww. Wait, I've been
Auntie
replaced.
Tina's coming to town.
Damn.
No, I haven't put your flight information in yet. I thought I did.
Do the kids not know I'm visiting?
They do, but they also knew Tina was visiting. So I think, some things just don't stick until they like see it. But my youngest was very excited because she saw. She was like, Tina's coming.
I swear my suitcase is going to be packed with more gifts for you guys than stuff that I need for the trip.
I thought you were going to say for the children than anybody else. I was going to be like, I can't be offended. This is why they're excited about Tina visiting. CB, your flight information isn't even on the Mila note.
I sent you my thing. I didn't want to edit your Mila.
No, you're fine. I just mean I am failing. Is what that was for. I know you sent it to me. Now I gotta figure. I could have sworn I added it though. I must have dreamed it.
I feel like we're posing.
CB, I might need you to resend it to me.
I pinned it.
Geez.
No! It doesn't look nearly as fun if it's just me laying on the couch, Storm.
Okay, so we're hoping I have enough emotional distance now that I'm not going to need to dab my eyes again.
There,
but you better not AFK again or I will slap you. So.
I don't want AFK.
Away from keyboard.
Oh.
Back in the old days of the internet, you were assumed to be at your computer unless you specifically said you were leaving it. That was the politeness. Now, everybody's just kind of like, people will respond when they respond. What is with that?
I would think it would be the reverse because of the ability to like answer everything on your phones these days.
Yeah, but that's what it is because you're like on your phone, you can get distracted by like anything, whereas generally you had to like dedicate time, to be at the computer. So personally, I still like telling people if I like know that I'm gonna vanish or if my messages are gonna get, I'll be like, hey, I'll be slow. I'm doing this, right?
I will be on my phone reading. I will hit next chapter. I open up the chapter. I'm still fully involved. My hand will exit me out of the app, go to my home screen, and like start opening a different app. And I'm like, no, I was in the middle of something. What are you doing, hand? Why are you exiting?
All right, but Rue, so I want to work a convention in May. Generally, my mom helps out with the kids. She'll like stay the Thursday night and then wait with them till Chris gets home on Friday. And then if I'm not back Sunday night in time for Chris's bedtime routine, then she'll stay with the kids until I get home. But Chris and I talked about it, and the kids have been so responsible with their own bedtime and school routine the past like 3 or 4 months that we were like, we were planning on talking to the children about it. Like we still hadn't talked to them about it, but we were planning on talking to them about it. And if the children felt comfortable trying, then like we were just going to let them be home. Now, granted, they would only be home for like less than 4 hours by themselves, right? Because they'd only be home alone, like while Chris was at work and while I was at the convention. And like Chris and I wouldn't like have projected this to the entire world or anything. Like I wouldn't have brought it up or anything at any point. It was,
Yeah.
Well, I found out that like my kids, their 5th grade graduation ceremony thing is on the same day that I have to fly out. Originally, like basically I'd be on the plane during their ceremony. I called my boss to see if I could fly out later that day. He was like, yeah, that's fine. No issue. because my boss is amazing. Called my mom to see how many tickets she needed me to grab for the farewell thing. And she asked me what I was doing about the convention. And I told her, and then she got very, very firm as she was like, no, if you have to go that badly, then I'll just stay with my grandbabies. They are not that old yet. And I'm like, basically, I just became 12 again, being told that I make all the wrong decisions. So
isn't one of them about to be a teenager?
He's 13 and yes. It's not like Chris and I are like, it's not like we were planning on leaving them alone all weekend. And like, I understand my mom's apprehension. I do, because like I said, Chris and I, we weren't even like sold on it yet. We were gonna talk to the kids about it. But like, all three of the children now have phone numbers. They all have all of my family saved in their phones.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just one of those things. We didn't have handheld computers in the days of AFK. You. What's up, love?
My temple hair has gotten so long. Which is such a weird phrase.
I know! See, we're talking.
How am I supposed to fucking know?
You're supposed to be watching.
My temple hair is always just like non-existent. Like it's there. I could poke it, but
that's my eyebrow. I have eyebrow hair. Like these are drawn on, but my eyebrows have lots of hair. That was the worst sentence ever. But it's so light blonde where it just doesn't show up. Like this is already colored in, and it looks like there's like a thin area like right here, because I must have missed it with the pencil, or only went over it once and then instead of like twice. But like, why does it look like I have a slightly shaved eyebrow, which I had one at one point, but it was on this side.
I mean, it's signaling things that I guess are true.
I know, but
it's
when
doing,
I'm too scared. I love my eyebrows too much.
When I did the eyebrow slit, I would have to like go through like a hassle of, because I always fill in my eyebrows, of like cleaning out the makeup from the eyebrow slit, and I was like, this is not worth it. This is so much work.
I could never. I love my eyebrows too much. I accidentally shaved off the sides when I was 10, and it's haunted me forever, to the point where every time I shave my head, I like, the second I get to this area, which I always do last, I'm like, oh no, oh no.
Do you shape your eyebrows?
No, I don't do anything to them.
Damn. I shape my eyebrows because I grow hair like across here and then also like out and in. I mean, not that much. It's mostly just cleaning them up. But no, I also get the hair of like the wispies, or like the slightly wiry hair, like coming down my cheekbones.
I get Merlin.
I know you get Merlin hair.
She's seen my little Merlin hair. I
always forget about like that side bit, and then I like, as I'm shaving, I'll like run my hands through my hair, and I'm like, wait a second, there's hair here.
You're just walking around with like long pieces of hair like just coming from like right here. There's so many anime characters with that hairstyle, but one of the worst ones is Octagawa from Bungo Stray Dogs. Everyone has horrible hair in that. I enjoy that anime. I actively very much like that anime. My least favorite part is the hair. I love hair so much, like hair animation, like and the hair in that show is so fucking terrible. Like, if someone doesn't know what I'm talking about, literally look up Bungo Stray Dogs hair, because everyone's hair in that is fucking awful, except like one or two of them. Like literally, it's just baseline bad haircuts. And I would say that to the manga. Like, I don't know if I like Yu-Gi-Oh hair, because I don't know what Yu-Gi-Oh hair looks like.
You don't know what Yu-Gi-Oh
Which era? No. Which era?
Oh, I will not look it up.
Are we talking about Yu-Gi-Oh MC hair? Because Yu-Gi-Oh MC hair is its own thing.
I like hair animations.
CB, you need to get me your plane information for the one that's flying here.
Did I not pin it in Riot Retreat?
No, it's not pinned there. No, I have when you land. I just don't have the plane.
Oh, damn. No, I do not.
And how about
the plane in the air? Hair in anime or hair in general? I like hair in general. I had a hair cutting phase. Well, I did not cut my own hair because other than bangs. But my bangs look good, and I kept my bangs for a while. I still have bangs. Obviously not right now because I'm wearing a headband. But hair in general, I like playing with people's hair. I like doing braids and all sorts of hairstyles. I was on like the hair and makeup cruise for theater at my high school because I couldn't get cast and stuff because I couldn't really sing. We only did musicals. But I did the hair and makeup and costume crew. And so yes, I like hair in general and hair in anime. I'm really tired, so I'm babbling. If I start to say stupid shit, hopefully Tina or Sam will cut me off.
You're good.
I have a feeling Tina won't from that look.
Tina's very interested in your babbling.
Thanks, Tina. I have
it's raining and the rain sounds so nice, but it does not feel nice. And this saddens me.
Oh, I mentioned to a girl in my tennis class today, I was like, oh yeah, my migraine's really bad recently because of the weather. And she's like, oh, because of the barometric pressure changes? And I was like, yes.
I know, right? It's like,
she was like, no. Like,
how did you know that? It's like, I was talking to somebody the other day. It might have been, no, I'm not even going to try to guess. I might have even been streaming. Either way, I was saying that I enjoy the fact that within my family, I now have a very specific Zelda reputation that's nice to have. And like, so for example, my baby sister, not really a big gamer, right? Mm-hmm. But I'm talking to her about Breath of the Wild. And I was like, yeah. And so when I started this Breath of the Wild file, I started it with with the 3-heart challenge. And she's like, just one do. And then I stopped because I went to immediately explain it because I'm used to having to explain what that is because it's. But no, she already knew what it was, and I was like, I raised her well.
Have I explained this in the past? Yes,
I like say the newer Yu-Gi-Oh series, the more stupid.
I like short hair, but I really do enjoy long hair. When I was a kid, I wanted Rapunzel hair, but I feel like that is kind of universal for children, for lots of children. And I kind of still want Rapunzel hair, but my hair I don't think will ever grow that long. So I play with Sam's when I visit.
I provide her with the
hair.
Yeah, what? I provide her with the wish fulfillment so she can cut her own hair.
My hair, look, it's grown like this much in a year, which is a lot. But I'm pretty sure it's going to stop like here. And it's here. Which is still like another year of growth, but like, and it's very fine. I don't know if it's thin or not. I don't know. I don't think it's thin. But the hair strands itself are very fine. All of my hair is like maybe an eighth of Sam's hair. Maybe.
It's gotten denser since you've last touched it.
What?
When I went to my hairstylist,
Jessica,
I told her that like I wanted it layered, not just trimmed. And I was like, and after she layered it, I was like, I don't know, or I told her how much better it felt. And I'm like, see, I don't know if it's just in my mind or not, but my hair has felt denser lately and it's really started to weigh up. I'm like, I can't even do like a low ponytail without it, and it started to pull. And she goes, you know, I wasn't sure either, but she's like, it definitely felt denser to me than the last time I had trimmed your hair. Don't look. There is a point where you don't be jealous, you just sympathize, because like hair should not be so thick it pulls at your scalp. That's a no.
Pull on my scalp. I'd be appreciative of it. I'd be
no,
like,
your
yeah,
migraines,
you support my help. You're doing a lot.
No, your migraines would be worse, and you'd be upset.
No, I wouldn't, because I'd have long flowing hair.
Migraines ain't worth it.
Increase to my quality of life if I had thick, gorgeous, long flowing hair.
I thought you said fake at first. I was like, bitch, it ain't fake.
I will most likely, as soon as I'm in a place as an adult, to have the excess funds to get hair extensions. Well done ones. But also maybe not, because I don't think I'll be able to stand the feeling of something on my scalp. But I could, maybe. We'll see. For my Halloween costume, I'm thinking of being Millie Bobby Brown's character from Damsel. And there's like $20 like clip-in extensions. And I'll probably do those. Because her hair was long and gorgeous in it. And then she fucking cut it off for no plot reason. There was zero plot reason for her to cut her hair. It just like,
it really
just cut it. Like, I'm like, what are you doing? What are you doing? It's fine. That is,
in all honesty, the longer hair, because of the length she cut her hair at, the longer hair would have been easier to manage because she could have tied it back. But the length she cut it at, there was no way to keep it out of her face.
I mean, she looked great, very hot, but like,
she looked great both ways. Look, I'm just saying from a practicality standpoint, with as much hair as she had, and she had ornaments in the hair too, she could have braided the hair back, and she could have either tied the hair back with a scrap of fabric or with the hair itself.
She could have like,
and then like
all sorts of things in her hair. I mean, they kind of
cutting the hair to a bob. That's not more practical. That is in fact less practical.
Yeah,
in a life or death
complaining about like the noise she makes throughout the movie, or like her makeup being flawless. Both of the things I was perfectly.
I'm always gonna complain about flawless makeup when someone's been running around. I can't keep my makeup flawless when I'm outside with children. There's no way you're. I'm like, there's no way you're keeping your makeup flawless while running.
There's literally a dragon over there. It's magic makeup. I can just move on from that. It's something.
If that was how they explained it to me, I would accept that.
They never brought up the makeup. It wasn't touched on. Also, her burn switches sides at one point, but I'm not.
She just the little glowworm. The glowworm healed her, and then she got burned again.
No, because it switched like from one scene to the. It was fine.
Oh, okay. I didn't know. I didn't see that. So
I might be going insane, but
I will say, like, the perfect makeup, it doesn't actually bother me. I just like pointing it out, except when the makeup looks touched up over the dirt.
Ah, that's fair. Because I have gone through shit and my eyeliner has still been flawless afterwards. Like, I have been like sweaty. I've gone in water. I've been like fallen in mud, and my eyeliner is still like snatched afterwards. It's just the liquid eyeliner.
But is your eyeshadow still a perfect smoky eye with none of it faded? Because I can't even lay on my bed without some of it fading.
Her setting spray was just like unicorn tears or something. I don't know.
Just spray.
Hey, it was a rich ass kingdom. They could probably afford setting spray made of unicorn tears.
Look, I am all for magic makeup.
Yeah.
I'm just saying this was not brought as a thing, nor was magic presented.
Every character in my novels are wearing magic makeup. If it's a magical setting, everyone's wearing magic makeup.
But that's what I was about to say. The world building was not presented as a magical setting. It just had a dragon, which is not the same to me.
Maybe it was the dragon spit setting spray.
That would be flammable. Mine grows so fast.
She didn't light a match to her face at any point.
I would gladly give it to you if I could have an appointment. It gets fucking heavy, man. That shit. Same, me too, Sam. Thick, heavy, won't stay anything. It's annoying.
See, mine doesn't stay up in anything because it's so pathetic. It just falls out. Look.
Stop being mean to your
hair. Plus a thick hair tie. That's all there is.
There isn't anymore.
Nikki just disappeared. Has been lurking. It's fine. We appreciate lurkers.
I just realized they didn't get again. I came in to say hello and stuff. Yeah, that's fine. Lurkers are welcome.
Tina.
Oh, so squishy. Can you give her a boop for me? I asked if you could boop her, but you didn't respond. Does she not like a boop? Look at her little face. So cute.
I've broken clips and hair ties and scrunchies just by trying to put my hair in a ponytail.
Yeah, I do that all the time too.
Yeah, it especially sucks, right, Tina, when one of the teeth break off in your hair and then you're trying you have to mess up the ponytail to find the broken piece of plastic.
Such a pain.
I would happily have that problem.
So you say that, but it also hurts.
She doesn't like stuff touching her face. She's never has. Like not her direct face. She doesn't like anything coming towards it.
You don't have to boop her face. Just boop her belly.
It says boop her snoot.
No, I just said boop.
Oh,
I just said give a
Kelly
boop.
said boop.
I didn't specify where.
Boop. Boop. Here, she'll lick my finger.
So food motivated.
I read it was like a thing. It was like a trauma thing, or whatever. But like kittens that got taken away from their moms too early. So I don't know. Some depressing, adding to her tragic backstory, which is already tragic. But yeah, that's But she's always been licky.
Hi. Cats tend to lick the humans that they form close connections with because because they're social and it's a social grooming habit. It doesn't have to be depressing or traumatic. They're just social groomers.
But also, tragic backstory, TM.
It can also be if you got the cat when they were a very young kitten, then it is a self-soothing technique, and because they would lick their mother's teat to get the milk to start.
Mm-hmm.
And so, and like most infants, suckling in general is just self-soothing. So her licking you and stuff is probably just a sign of affection. It doesn't have to be. That reminds me of those TikToks and stuff I see where it's like, I just realized this like horrifying thing about this kids show. Like, like there was one on Moana recently. It's like when I realized this terrible thing about Moana, halfway through the movie, Moana dies. And it's like, oh my God. Not everything magical is actually the character going through the afterlife.
No.
People really think they're being edgy and creative with that. And I'm like, do you know how many children's shows people are like, this child is actually dead? And you're like, or riddle me this. It's a magic show.
What are ones that where the child is actually dead? Something like Bridge to Terabithia. But that was, I actually haven't watched it or read it since I was a kid.
That one's like known for being super depressing. It's not a fun, cute kids show that somebody decided is actually the child in a coma.
It was a dream all along.
Like, I think Blue's Clues is one of them where they'll be like, Steve is actually in a coma and Blue is his hallucinations, and that's why. And it's like,
why? Why are you doing that?
Because they're trying to be creative and edgy, and I'm like, there's creative and edgy things out there. Why? Why you gotta be like this?
Don't let them know about backyardigans.
I retract my boot the snoot statement. Well, I wrote a letter from her stalker letting her know that he's back, and I want to share with you all to see.
There's a context above.
Oh, I see. I'm writing a story about a curvy girl in a wheelchair and a muscle able-bodied guy, personal trainer. So he has a crazy ex and she has a stalker. And I wrote a letter from her stalker letting her know that he's back, and I want to share with you all to see what you think. Is that okay? How doth my co-hosties feel about this?
So, wait, the main character
is
the one who has the stalker.
What level of, like,
oh, because Crazy Ex and Stalker are two different people. Okay, I had to rewrite the message for a sec to puzzle it out.
Yes, it does not seem as if there are bicons in this thing.
Depends on how intense the letter is. Like,
yeah, I would want to be careful with that because I don't know how triggering that might be. I, for one, am not in an emotional place right now.
Yeah, so. I feel like, I mean, if you wanted to join the Sam's Realm and then post it with spoiler warnings, that would be a way to do it.
But I'm not sure on stream.
Yeah, it is a thing too of like we don't know who's watching their potential triggers too. So even if the three of us are like, yeah, cool, which clearly we are not because Sam has already rolled it out, then like, but even I'm like that kind of stuff is kind of with me trigger wise. Like I can't say for sure, but yeah, it is a thing of like, yeah, either like posting in a group with like proper warnings and like the ability to like click to see it, or you know, sharing it with beta readers who like know up front what they're getting into and are willing to look at it. Basically having that little bit of that barrier to entry, you know, of being like
consent,
continue if you are okay with reading these kind of things, you know?
If you want, my email is listed down below in my link tree, and you can email it to me and I will read it when I am feeling emotionally fine.
There you go.
I struggled with words there.
You did. I gave her a tiara. It's a hair tie.
I was struggling to see it. She's like, you see this shit I put up with. All because I want to lay within her arm's reach. Chat. It's like, okay, you're forgiven. She looks even angry. She giveth me a hat and now she taketh it away.
Look at that. She likes so weird.
Oh, she good now. All right. We got you.
Papa. Okay.
All right. I don't know how that got 10 seconds in. All right. To our final sprite.
Oh.
I thought you said feline sprint for a while there, and I was like, it's
I
maybe just
senile, and I was like,
yeah, we're gonna watch the cats race. All right. 3, 2, 1, go. Hey, yo.
Yo.
That was incredibly hard to unmute my mic. Boop.
Oh. She's so cute.
She tolerates so much, which is funny because she used to not tolerate anything. She used to not be sociable at all. At all. And the only person she'd be okay with like petting her, and only for like a couple seconds, would be my dad. And then I brought her to college.
And you exposure therapied her to you.
I did. And other people. She doesn't even hide when people she's met before have come in the room. And she barely hides when new people come in. Which at the beginning she would hide for the first like 3 hours of my friends being over. And then maybe creep out a little bit and then go back away. Artemis is jealous about Storm taking up more screen time than her.
No.
Stream.
Yeah, she's mad about that. My children came in here to do something. It was only my older two. So I asked my older two to make myself feel better. I was like, if I had to work a convention and your Nana Witch couldn't be here, like, would you be okay between the time Daddy went to work and you guys getting on the bus in the morning? And the boys thought about it, and then they're like, yeah, we'd be fine. And my oldest goes, we would just have to lock the door. So serious. Like,
I mean, yeah.
He's not wrong.
Good job.
So, and I feel like that's in part because when we started like leaving the kids home alone for small amounts of time, we would, tell them, it was like, make sure the door stays locked. And like, in all honesty, they'd be home by themselves less that day than they are when Chris and I have to go out on, like when we go out on an errand date day. So
yeah.
Thank you. We worked hard to make him as adorable as he is.
Sure you did.
RV got there just in time. Finished as the timer ended. Oh yeah, smart little one. That one's gonna be a teenager this year. Last year is a preteen. See, my youngest is gonna hit the double digits in November, so she will also be a preteen. But
damn, the youngest is like 6 in my head.
No, if she were 6, it would not be a consideration.
No, of course not. I know. Oh, look, I just got a little Sam's Home montage on my phone.
That's so cute.
Video. Yes.
Cute.
Stop making noises. We're going to get copyrighted. It's just a montage of Sam.
Oh, show it.
That's me.
I dissolved to become you.
That's us.
Okay.
I think that's me, yeah.
That's you. That's my master sword, though.
Bushes. Yeah, the My Hero Academia notification.
Oh, Niami.
Ass.
That's the ass.
No, it was just my makeup. It's the last angsty photo. That's hilarious.
I have to let my dogs in. They were very, like, there was a pause in the rain, and my older dog.
Trip. Starts out with, that's Niagara Falls. That's not Toronto, actually. Oh, then a comic I found based on a boy band. Oh, the black doves. Haven't seen those before I went to Toronto.
Wait, what?
The black doves. They're like little doves, but they're not doves, pigeons. Black pigeons.
Oh, okay.
Not doves.
I mean, doves
They
and pigeons are related. Like they are.
Tina's like, I too have not seen these black doves.
I was trying to figure out what. I was like,
a picture.
I'm not gonna lie. C.B said something about there being a band comic and then the Black Doves, and the way Tina looked up. I thought you were like, Black Doves? Like, damn, that's obscure.
No, it's BTS, I think. But the comic was really interesting. I was like, damn, okay. But they only have the second one. So I don't
check Webtoon.
I don't know anything about BTS, but the comic seems cool.
Webtoon's got at least one BTS comic. Bang Tang Boys comic. Yeah, I know what the letters stand for.
No. I know what the letters are.
I barely know what the letters are, but I know they stand for Bang Tang. Which always confuses me because I think it's BTS, but it's Bang Tang Boys.
It is produced by
Wikipedia always says burn the stage, because I've looked this up before of being like, what is it? And you know,
I always see it and I think behind the scenes. Hold on.
Me too.
Yeah, that too. But yeah, if I remember correctly, Wikipedia says it stands for
either
burn
way,
the stage. And I'm like,
the webtoon, I think one of them died or regressed or something, and it's got this like supernatural.
I think that's the one, because I love regression stories. You know that, like action regression stories. I am there.
Okay. That's why I said. Oh, it's Bang Tang Sonyeondon, in Korean phrase that translates to bulletproof Boy Scouts.
That is kind of hilarious.
A different one.
I kind of love that.
Okay, so I guess I was just combining them.
In the corrupt city of Sin something, which I just Sin-C, a dude's name that I'm not going to try and pronounce, suddenly wakes up in a hospital, unable to recall anything that happened after speaking with a mysterious man one night. He soon learns that a strange being called Yom are wreaking havoc on the city as destiny brings the 7 boys. Aren't there like a million members of BTS? 7 boys together. Will they succeed in ending this fight once and for all? Let the hunting begin. I think it'll be really funny that this is going to be my only knowledge of the band. And one of my friends like BTS, so I'm gonna be like, I know that name.
When they released that, I thought it was a really cool idea, because a couple of my favorite K-pop bands, they have like some really in-depth narratives for their music videos that don't necessarily have anything to do with the song that they're singing, but like one of them is about this time traveler who's like trying to save his wife's life or something like that, and it's like pretty but that's only one of the plot lines in the music video. There's like 3 different plot lines going on in the video, and they're all interconnected. And so I was like, when I first saw the webtoon, that's what I thought they were doing, is that they were like taking the theme of one of BTS's videos or songs or something and just turning it into a comic. But no, it's completely unrelated as far as I could figure out.
Okay, this fall, hit K-pop bands such as BTS and Hyphen and Tomorrow X Together will make their debut in bookstores and comic shops across North America as a trio of full-color comics from IZ Press. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, there's 3 comics. The 7 Fates one, which is BTS. The Star Seekers, which I think I did start reading. Or at least I added it to my to-read. And then Dark Moon, the Blood Altar, which art looks really pretty.
Oh, there are only 7 members. I think there were 15.
I think I don't know. Okay. I
don't know. I am not a fan of BTS. Like, I don't have anything against them, but when I like try to watch, like, I think their upbeat bubblegum poppy songs are great. But then, like, when they try to do like the hard alternative rock or like the hard pop stuff, they just look like they look like little good boys trying to be tough on the street, and I cannot. I can't. Like, if you're gonna sing angry pop or angry rock to me, I need to look at you and think I can fix him, or we're not. The delayed but identical way you two tilted your heads back at that.
Oh, I did start reading this one. I'm like 3 episodes in. Oh, I didn't read it because it was a Why Choose romance. And that's not really my thing.
Well, we should say goodnight to the peoples. We're not going to do outros because...
Are we forever not doing outros anymore?
Look.
Children of the Vampire of... I can't read. The text is white and it's on...
CB, because your hair vaguely matches Tina's thing, which also vaguely matches my eyeshadow.
You mean her hair matches the wall of the living room? Because that's what that is.
I match a lot.
I was I meant the stripe, but you're right. The stripe matches the wall, which matches my eyeshadow.
We should have taken a picture of you in my spot when you were here.
Oh,
like as if you were like streaming.
Yeah, I sat on Tina's couch thing behind her. It's fantastic, and I want.
Yeah, this one there. They're called cuddle couches, by the way. If you're looking for a cute little circular couch for your enjoyment.
CB, you do our outros.
That's Tina. That's Sam.
Me.
I'm CB. Come back next week. Or my heart shall be disappointed in you, and bugs will crawl into your bed and chew on your toenails.
Have you given me your schedule for next month yet?
No.
Don't give our pro viewers nightmares, Jesus.
I have to go harass.
Go to bed now, CB. Jesus.
Slightly hysterical. It's fine.
I have to go bug CB to give me the schedule she said she was going to give me 4 hours ago.
I'm free other than the 13th.
And go type it. I'll see you all later.
Fox, can you type it for me?